So today we'll be just finding out the magnetic field due to a circular current carrying conductor at the center of the coil. So at O, we try to find out that. So this is the current carrying conductor and this is current flowing through, this is I. And over here, the radius of the conductor, I take it suppose A. So what I take, children, we take a small current element. We take a small current element dl over here. Okay. So we take a small current element dl over here and this distance therefore will be obviously A. Now apply Biot-Savart law. So if I try to apply Biot Biot-Savart law. So when we apply Biot-Savart law, what was Biot-Savart law, beta? dV is equals to mu I dl sine theta divided by 4 pi r square. So this was Biot-Savart law, right, children? Now what was theta? Hope you remember that theta was the angle between the current element and the radius vector. Now children, in this case you can find out over here, this is your current element that is already you have seen over here. So this is the current element through which the current is flowing. So this is my small current element. And if I ask you now what is the distance or what is the distance between the current element and the center, that is absolutely equal to the radius. Now what is the distance and what is the angle between them? Because current flowing is tangential and the distance is radial. So children, theta in this case will be equal to 90 degrees. So we can write this dB is equals to mu I dl sine 90 divided by 4 pi and the radius in this case r will be equal to a. So this is a square. So dB is equals to therefore mu I dl by 4 pi a square. Am I clear or not? So integrate and this is integrate. So this integration will be from 0 to 2 pi a. Why? Because if you add up all the dl's over here, small dl's, it will be giving you how much? All these dl's if added, it will be giving you the total circumference of the circle. So over here, this will be equals to b mu I into dl is 2 pi a. So this will be 2 pi a divided by 4 pi a square. So children, if this is, you can just cancel it. So 2 pi 2 a or a. So b is equals to therefore mu I by 2a. Now for n number of turns, what will happen? Suppose there are n number of turns. Suppose the coil is having n number of turns. So suppose the coil is having n number of turns. So what will happen, children? So for n number of turns, your magnetic field strength will be equals to mu Ni by 2a. So this is the magnetic field intensity due to a circular current carrying conductor at where? At the center. This is the magnetic field intensity at the center. So magnetic field intensity at the center of the coil. Intensity at the center of the coil. Fine. So this is magnetic field intensity at the center of the coil. So next, suppose I want to find out the magnetic field intensity due to a suppose small arc. Okay. So if I consider a arc over here, suppose this is an arc over here, and over here this is an arc. So this is the, at this point we want to find out the magnetic field intensity. So this is the current carrying conductor and this is the point P where we want to find out the magnetic field intensity, and this is your suppose A. Am I clear to everyone? So what we'll do over here, and the total angle suppose over here subtended is equals to, let me take it as phi. So same logic you apply over here. So in this case, what can I do? I take once again a small strip over here. So I take a small strip over here and this small strip is inclined at an angle, suppose d5 over here. We consider a small strip. Strip means a current element we are considering. So this is the current element we are considering. So again, this is your radius and this is your A. So children, apply Biot-Savart law. So dB will be equals to mu I dl sine of theta divided by 4 pi a square in this case. Again, what will be the value of theta, children? Theta will be over here, again 90 degree. Why? The current passing through this actually is tangential, and the radius vector is of course radial, and the radius and tangent are mutually perpendicular. So that's why over here theta will be equal to 90 degree. So dB therefore will be equals to mu I dl sine 90 divided by 4 pi a square, right? So now we have to find out this dl. Can I not write, because dl is equals to the length of the small arc. So dl can be written as, because you know that is equals to radius into the angle. So radius into d5. And what is the radius over here? That is r d5 we write. So dl equals to, therefore I can write it as r d5. Okay, children. So dl equals to, I can write r d5, and r over here is a. So I can write dl as a d5. So dl is equals to a d5. So I write over here dB is equals to, therefore mu I, instead of dl I'll put a d5. So this is sine 90 is equals to 1 divided by 4 pi a square. So what will happen, children? This a and this a will get cancelled. So you are left with dB is equals to mu I d5 by 4 pi a. Now what is happening? If I have to find out the total B, what you have to do? That is equals to mu I by 4 pi a integration of d5, and the limit will be actually from 0 to 5. So this will be your 0 to 5. So this will be equals to what, children? The magnetic field due to this arc will be equals to mu I by 4 pi a into 5. So this is your magnetic field. So hence magnetic field B is equals to, therefore mu I by 2a into pi upon 2 pi. So that will be better written as pi upon 2 pi. So this is the magnetic field intensity due to an arc, or rather current carrying arc which is carrying current at its center, carrying current at its center. So this is the magnetic field intensity due to a current carrying arc at its center. So this is a very, very important proof. I think it's clear, because this is due to a circular current carrying conductor and this is due to a current carrying